From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Alert! Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Undercrush, middle. Slam. Cloud.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check four. Alert flare.
Now Taylor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
We go set 50, plant. Rock it. Rock the screen. Kill. 49, check 49. Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike 51. Go. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Man, that's trash.
Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Top 10.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
I got you. I got you.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. You better be afraid of me. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey,
Got 10.
you don't want to see me.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Hey, Echo.
54. Watch 54.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now Allen. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This is fielded at the 7. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
We own them. Ready, go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Hey, alert 3.
Shift. Check 37. Check 37.
Here's Ryan to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
50, Mike's 50.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Switch. Leo. Check 24. Switch. Watch the edge. Watch twist. Hard. Look. Squeeze.
Watch out.
Get.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Allen now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Motion.
On the run, it's Barkley. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And some room to roam now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Saquon Barkley, 27 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down now, it's Taylor. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Rip left, rip left.
Check 3, check 3.
Roll out.
Slam.
Sleep river.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Stand up. Snap.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Ready? 8, read.
Hey, check. Ain't over there.
Yep.
50, Mike 50, yep. We ain't giving up nothing to that.
Hey, lock it.
Check.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Watch the run. They're running it.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. All day, just like that. Mike 51, Mike 51. Defense.
Regular.
Mike 51. You remember me?
Hey, orbit. What's that?
On 2nd and 2, Allen gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, Barkley. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Check, crunch, spin, buzz. Go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Switch it. Check, nickel. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, nice 7. Watch safety 3.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
41 Mike. Leo. Kill. Check it back. Hard. Pick the edge. Come. Look. Squeeze. Rush in. Shoot. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Get it.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
26 yards. First down, Dallas.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, it's Taylor, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Let's see what you got. Go Mike 50, Mike 50. Check 99, check 99.
Operating from the gun, Beasley. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check it out, read.
X3, 218, chop.
Check 55 to Mike. Check.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
50.
Here we go.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Safe, safe, safe.
56, 56.
Motion, pump, 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 pump. Pump, pump, pump.
Barkley. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 55. Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
3 bugs, 3 bugs.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Middle, 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 middle.
Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here we go, here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
We got double up, double up, double up, double up. 20. Check 25, check 25.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line. 2nd and 10.
51, Mike. Hey,
Delta.
There.
Off the play fake. Here